Hi, in this video I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how you can use concealer on bare skin without using any foundation. And if you don't know me yet, my name is Melissa van Dijk and I'm a makeup artist, and I'm going to show you how you can even out your skin in just a few minutes by sharing some tips and tricks. Now I'm going to start off with the most important step, which will do anything for you before you're applying any makeup, and this will also help you to have a smooth and even finish at the end, which is using a good moisturizer that's suitable for your skin type. I can't address this enough, but a good moisturizer will really help you to have also a smoother base. As for example, if you have dry skin, it's going to help you to smoothen the surface, to get rid of any dry patches, so then later on, if you're going to use some makeup products on top, you won't notice them anymore. So it is really important, never skip the moisturizer. Now I have it already on so that it can soak into the skin, and as this has happened, we now can move on to the next step, which is applying concealer. Now some people might want to use it a bit under the eyes to freshen it up, other people might want to use it to cover up any blemishes so that they have an even skin tone at the end. Make sure that the concealer is really melting in with your skin tone color so that you won't notice a difference if you're walking around. And some people might just want to stick with one if you're going to use it on the main areas, and other people, if you want to brighten up your under eye area, you can also go with one shade that's a bit lighter. But if you're going to use one shade that's a bit lighter, don't use it for the rest of your face, as then it might not really melt in with your skin. So I'm going to start off with the blemishes. Now everyone has different skin concerns. If you only want to keep the focus towards the eyes, like under eye area, go for it. If you have a few breakouts, as I do right here, or a few blemishes or a bit of redness, just use concealer and spot conceal it, and then use your fingers to blend it in. Now, I'm basically just spot concealing those blemishes and those breakouts, and I'm just going to use my finger for it. And it just will help me to even out the whole skin tone on my face. And this is something, you don't need a foundation, you don't need any like light tinted base or whatsoever. All what you need is a bit of concealer, and the rest of your face has still your natural skin tone. So you're basically just going to help those areas where you need a little bit of extra coverage. Now, those were now the main areas when it comes to the blemishes. And I've also used a concealer that's a bit darker, so that it's going to blend in with the skin tone. Now, for the under eye area, you still can use the same, just make sure that you're blending it nicely into the skin. But if you want to have a little bit more of a brighter, fresh and awake look, then you can also go with one that is one shade lighter than your actual skin tone, as this one is, for example. And then just focusing it mainly on those areas where you might have a bit of darkness or discoloration. And this can be towards the inner corner or also right here. Don't use too much. Start off with a little bit, blend it in with your finger and see if you need to add a bit more or not. Then just using the finger, I mainly wanted to keep it towards the inner corner, and then with the rest I'm going to use it right here. And this is just such an easy and quick way on how you can look fresh and awake, have an even skin tone in just a few minutes. Now, here you just can see how easily it can enhance your under eye area and look a little bit more fresh and awake by only using a bit of concealer. And you don't have to overdo it, just use your finger, you don't even need to use a brush. Just keep it very simple. And then there you have it. Now, it depends also on your skin type. You might need to use a bit of powder, but you don't necessarily have to. For example, with the concealer that I've used, I don't necessarily need to set it. This depends on the texture of the concealer and your skin type. But if you are, for example, oily and you want to keep the control of the oil, then don't forget to set it with a bit of face powder. And you can also use a smaller brush because you only use the concealer to spot conceal. Not too much, just a bit. And most people would also use it to set the under eye area, which is totally fine, but don't overdo it with the powder, otherwise it can look very dry. And there you have it already, like just a bit of concealer and you're done. If you want to add a bit of mascara or lip balm, go for it and you're ready to go out of the door. Now, I do hope that you enjoyed this simple and quick tutorial, and using concealer on its own, don't forget the moisturizer, is totally fine. You don't need to use tons of products to even out your skin tone. Keep this in mind. And I also do hope that you enjoyed this little tutorial. If you did so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!